A new report exposes a possible push by Chinese foreign influence networks to buy PPE in bulk around the world in the early days of the COVID-19 outbreak. One America's Jack Posobiec has the details.
We are now learning that in mid-January, China mobilized clandestine international networks of agents and overseas Chinese through the party's United Front Work Department to bulk buy N95 masks and other essential PPE. Their purpose? To send them back to the motherland of mainland China, to monopolize the supply of controlled and critical protective devices before the pandemic hit the rest of the world. In a shocking report first published by Global News, China is seen sending a call to action through diversified arms of state media, state-controlled enterprises, diplomatic channels, and their overseas diaspora. This effort was orchestrated by the United Front, which is directly controlled by party chairman Xi Jinping. These clandestine United Front networks are operationally coordinated from Chinese consulates and embassies around the world, from Canada to Australia to Japan and the United States. At the same time, China was telling the world there was no human-to-human transmission of the virus, and that the pandemic was no cause for alarm around the world. The WHO repeated these claims as well as much of Western media. However, even as China was launching this clandestine operation overseas, it was portrayed as a warlike effort at home in state media. In addition, U.S. Congress has reported that China slapped export restrictions on U.S. companies producing PPE in China, such as 3M, which led to a diplomatic standoff between the nations. According to Beijing's own records, this effort was a resounding success, and China imported over 2 billion safety masks by March, as seen in customs reports. And of course, the masks that China hoarded were then sold back to the rest of the world, many times higher than their original cost. Chinese propaganda stated, "Every overseas Chinese is a warrior," Xinhua News. They continued, "They traveled day and night and raced against time to send back batches of scarce supplies for the motherland." To be clear, China used their diplomatic corps and propaganda outlets to launch a clandestine United Front operation against the countries of the world while they covered up the pandemic and became the world's largest hoarder of critical supplies. These revelations are shocking and must be investigated by governments around the world. For One American News, I'm Jack Posobiec.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.